We do have new information out today in what has been our top story for days here in Central Texas, the death of 2-year-old Colton Turner, the boy who disappeared from Cedar Park and whose body was found last week in Austin. Tonight, we have new details about the arrest of his mother and her boyfriend. Erin Cargile has been going over the new documents in this case. She is here with a breakdown of what they say happened, Erin.
Shannon, police have been telling us the stories just didn't add up, and those stories are in these new court documents out today. They give a play-by-play of what Colton's mom, Megan Work, and her boyfriend, Michael Turner, told police each time they were questioned separately during the investigation.
The first time Megan Work was questioned, she told police Colton was staying with a friend in North Texas. Police went to the house and the toddler wasn't there. Then Megan told police Colton was kidnapped from her car along with his purple blanket and her wallet. Then her story changed again, this time telling police she gave Colton to complete strangers at a fast food restaurant. Next, investigators drove to the San Saba County Jail to interview Megan's boyfriend, Michael Turner. During the conversation, Michael confessed that Colton was dead and had been since July. Michael told police he dug a shallow grave and buried Colton's body, piled wood on top, and covered the spot with a piece of sheetrock. The report says investigators drove Michael to the spot, and it was exactly as he described.
So what happened in the hours leading up to Colton's death? Megan and Michael's stories vary a bit. Megan said Colton had a seizure. She also said he was having trouble breathing. Instead of driving him to a hospital, both told police they took him to a motel room so they would not get in trouble. Megan eventually fell asleep, and when she woke up, Colton was dead. Funeral arrangements are pending. The man in charge of the service told me today he wants the focus to be on the happy moments in Colton's short life and not the tragedy that introduced him to all of us. Shannon.
Erin, thank you. Going in depth now, KXAN also went to a rented duplex in Northeast Austin today. Neighbors confirmed to us it was the focus of a police forensic search last Friday. One neighbor who did not want to be identified told KXAN he recognized Megan Work from television reports as the woman who last summer, just this summer rather, had asked to borrow his phone. He said Work and a man lived in that tiny home for about a month before suddenly leaving in late August. He said he never saw them with a child. Investigators filed a search warrant today seeking access to the Facebook account of Colton's mother. Austin police say they are specifically interested in photos that appear to show Colton with several bruises, which may indicate that he suffered continued physical abuse. We went to Cedar Park for further answers about these pictures from a senior police official about this investigation. Chief Sean Mannix told Robert Maxwell he learned investigators from the State Division of Child Protective Services had at least one open abuse case against Megan Work, but state workers couldn't find her. Based on feedback we've received in the KXAN newsroom, we know many of you are wondering what can be done to encourage parents to get help for their children who are victims of abuse. Investigators say Colton's mother didn't take him to the hospital because she was afraid he would be taken away from her. Well, the Center for Child Protection says many times the first step is going to an agency like theirs and admitting you need help. The center says if a parent comes to them with a child who's been abused, they are legally bound to report it, and that is also true of anyone else who may know about the abuse. However, many times this prevents someone from coming forward because they're worried they'll get into trouble.
What's going to happen to the child? What's going to happen to me? Not knowing what may happen once an investigation starts makes people very uncomfortable.
And if you know a child who is being neglected or abused, we have information on our website about how you can call. You'll find that at kxan.com with this story. And to see our continuing in-depth coverage of this case, including criminal histories for all of the players involved, go to kxan.com.